Okay.
There we go.
Okay, there we go.
Oh
Great.
my gosh, this is the dumbest thing ever.
Yes. Let me turn off my
Everyone,
TV.
you're okay.
Okay. Well, okay. So we're going to go with the rainbow one,
Yes,
correct?
we're gonna go rainbow fish. And I started plugging in just the general information into the lesson plan.
Mm-hmm.
I just put in like the baseline information, the prior knowledge, learning goal, IEP goal, standard, formative, because it's all like we can't really adjust that.
Yeah.
So I just plugged that over. There's a couple learning objectives we probably should come up with. I only have one,
Okay.
but I couldn't find anything else. And then we need to come up with some accommodations and modifications.
Right. What learning objective do you have right now?
I have, let me turn over. Actually, I think I can share my screen with you.
Oh, okay. Well,
Do you have it
that's
pulled up? Let's see.
what?
Um, let's see if you can see this. Can you see that?
I can see that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Can you still see it okay?
Yeah, I still said okay.
Okay.
So go ahead.
All right. So what I just took the stuff from here,
Yeah.
which is the actual lesson plan. I just like copied this over there. I just went through and moved stuff literally from here over because that stuff's set in stone. It's stuff we can't change.
Right.
Okay. So I've got, you can get that if you need to.
Okay, 1 second. Yep.
You're fine.
Okay, here is the. Just bring it here. Cause I'm on a video chat and I'll take it downstairs. Hey, Kev.
I didn't have it. It's just by the elevator. So I just leave it there.
Yeah, just leave it there and I can get it.
Okay.
For my scheduling, what I did, because that one seat was gone, I just did a life science, so I did contemporary biology.
Okay.
Do you think that would be?
Yeah, that'd be great. Wait, because you was Science 341A, correct? It was Science 341A? The one that you couldn't get into? Was that it?
No, it was,
Okay. Alrighty, love you.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
You're okay.
The Reggies need me.
You're fine. So what I've got then that needs done is the 2 lesson objectives here.
Yeah, so use manipulative to subtract 1, 2, 3, or 4 items from 5 items with 80% accuracy.
Okay, and I got that from over here. Where was that? Like, where did I get that? I pulled it. Maybe I like.
I see it. Instructional objective is right there.
Okay, so that's. So, anyways, maybe I actually cut instead of copying it. There it is, the top. Yeah, instructional objective. There you go. So that's where I got that one from. And in the sample we did in class, the instructional objective was for. It had multiple steps, but this one only had one, so I didn't know what other objective we should have.
Right. So we need to have 3 objectives to be correct. Correct?
Correct.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Okay.
Let me go into Google Drive.
Let me see the plain one.
This is in the shared folder between me, you, Dr. James, and Dr. Martin, right?
Correct.
Okay.
The one where the teach live is one word instead of 2 separate words. This is what's actually in it. If you look on your screen, there's 5 things in it.
Teachers.
So if you go under your shared with me, it'll be up here under this. It'll have a thing that says Teach Live Web Green, and you'll click on that, and then you've got.
I don't have that.
if you go under shared with me.
Yeah,
So
there's nothing.
Let me check again. This says
Okay.
share, and then it says, oh, I'll just resend it to you in case you're not actually
Okay.
on it. You may have to let it refresh.
Yeah, I'm about to reset it right now.
And so then, so we actually
There it
can
goes.
type on the co-teaching lesson plan. I changed the date to today's date, if you see that.
Yeah.
Because there's two in there. One's the template that I thought we should keep just in case. And
Right.
then I've got one going that I think we can type on at the same time.
Yes.
So,
Correct. Alrighty, let me pull both of these up at the same time.
yeah, and I've got them up too.
All right. All right. So give me subtraction.
Use manipulative to subtract 1, 2, 3, or 4 items from 5 items with 80% accuracy.
Accuracy. That's a great objective.
Do you think maybe we could? Now in class, she said you don't have to have 3, but I feel like we should have more than 1. But maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, but we should have more than one.
Since the actual instructional objective only has 1, I don't feel like it's
Using
awful.
math, the students will be able to demonstrate mathematical reasoning of subtraction concept through thinking out loud, explaining what it means to take away subtracting. Students are using mathematical manipulation, students be able to demonstrate thinking through explaining what it means to subtract 80% of the time. That does not sound like a well-formed objective. Let me go into my word
The
and
common
find my objective.
The Common Core standard said solve addition and subtraction word problems and add and subtract within 10 by using objects or drawings to represent the problem. So maybe solve addition and subtraction word problems. So that could just be another one maybe, because it just right now it's use manipulative to subtract 1, 2, or 3, or 4 items from 5 items with 80% accuracy.
Okay, so do you guys talk about, because we talk about students that are on, students who are above, and then, students who are on, students who are below, and students who are above. So could one of our objectives be, no, I'm thinking, could one of them be, no, we just can't single out the special population, though. That would be more of an intervention.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
The IEP goal is that she stays on task.
So, okay, here's
you go.
Okay, wait. So I'm thinking of whole class instruction. Is this lesson plan just for Jenna?
So you have to you have to actually say an IEP goal for a focused learner. So Jenna's our focused learner, and then the rest of it. And so then the rest of this is for the whole class or geared towards the whole class. But you always like something that's talking about a certain individual. Jenna's our focused learner.
Okay, so
does that make sense?
A lesson. Yes, that makes more sense. Great. That makes perfect sense now. Great, because I was confused. I thought we were trying to make this lesson and objectives for all 6 of the virtuals who would be in there, but I guess I'm wrong. Okay. We could talk about Jenna.
I think in the scheme of things we are, but we need to have one
Okay.
focused learner as like to make a formative assessment over, I would say. You need to, I assume you have a side-by-side menu. Do you need to look at my document or do you want to feel like you're talking to me instead?
I have it up right now.
Okay, then I'll stop
I
screen
have it up
sharing.
right now. Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
All right.
Okay.
Use manipulative etc. List the IP goal that we focus on. Jenna has an IP goal of remaining on task. Let me go back and look at, is Word up? I have Word up. No, I don't. Oh, I'm going to my folder. Give me a second. I'm going to go back and look at my objectives that I had to do in 311.
Okay.
There it goes. Context of learning, EdTK. Yeah. Bring lesson plan, history 201 lab report, context of learning. There we go. Students will be able to add fractions from building from basic knowledge, misconceptions, demonstrate a fraction to a sum. I only had one freaking objective in here. That didn't help. It's definitely in Blackboard then.
And we don't have list of objectives.
Yeah, we don't have lists of objectives, but I know Dr. Bushrow gave us a series of keywords to speak about when talking about objectives.
So maybe you have in that file.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for right now. Let's hope that she put it in there. That she was supposed to. I just never looked back at it. Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. I'm wondering,
Yep.
and maybe this sounds out of order.
Mhm.
Maybe we should start, like, leave that objective and just try to focus on that one objective right now? Or do you want to,
Okay.
do you think? I mean, try to get maybe that, the communication skill filled out and then,
Yeah. Identify one specific way the learner needs to participate or demonstrate the learning. Highlight plan support for this skill in your lesson. So the big idea is to make her just to stay remaining on task.
right.
The lesson plan talks about using math when students be able to demonstrate their mathematical reasoning of subtraction concepts through think aloud, explaining what it means to take away or subtract. Students are following the subtraction steps. So maybe one of the ways she could communicate with us is that during the lesson, me and you can make sure that we ask Jenna maybe 3 questions, and she gets that, and she gets the steps right 80% of the time.
Okay, so do a formative assessment.
Yes.
By asking 3 questions, and that'll verify. Okay.
Yeah. Or we could also do it, formative. Yeah, that's the best way. That's the only way she's gonna be able to communicate it. I think the best way to. Yes.
Does that sound okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Great. Yeah, I like that.
Accommodations and modifications. One example that they gave was to laminate and give copies of steps for each student to have on their desk. Read subtraction
Yes, I like.
steps, choose subtraction steps. Do you want to do something like that, or do you want to kind of come up with something else?
Laminate and give a copy of steps for each student.
I mean,
I
that's
always
an
like
easy-
having. Yeah, I like
visual.
having that. I always like having that. I have it right now in my classroom, and I think it helps me when I'm up there teaching.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that accommodation.
Okay. Sorry.
We also. Oh my God, what is it called? Oh my God, we just talked about it last week. Where the teacher is teaching, but then is it collaborative? Where's my binder? I want to call it collaborative
Do you have a plug over there?
teaching.
Should hook me up, girl. Thanks. This one.
When the teacher is speaking with the students, and then in turn, the students speak back to like the students. So like, I could say 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8, 6 plus 6 is
Feedback.
12. Go and teach your partner. What is
Oh,
that called? There's a special name.
What's it called whenever you I mean, they're think alouds. I mean, that's kind of like think aloud.
What? It has a special name, and where's my binder? It is in there. I think it's collaborative learning. It's not in here. I lost it. Okay, I will look for that, and I will text you the answer once I find it, because now it's going to drive me crazy until I figure it out. But we could do that too.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that's a good idea. Okay, so we'll add on to that. So let's put a highlighted, so we remember to do that.
Yeah.
Does that work to just do that? To just kind of put little notes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
That way we know we've talked about
And then
it.
I can work on. You said what?
That way we know we've talked about it, and we just need to add more to it.
Okay.
In those two
And I
areas.
can definitely.
And
And
you
I would
can-
dig through my files to find out what part I missed.
Yeah, and when you get
What I-
to it, then you can just go ahead and just add that in that section if you want to.
Yeah.
Because I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so then the next area is actually introducing, like an introduction. And I don't know if Miss Martin told you, but we need to choose a different type of co-teaching in each segment. So like one for introduction, one for modeling, another one for the conclusion, the practicing, the guided practice, independent practice.
No, I missed class yesterday.
Oh, that's okay.
Well, I missed class yesterday, and Dr. James came and talked to them, so I'm
Okay.
probably gonna pick it all up tomorrow.
Okay. So if you go to page, technically I think it's page 3, where it says like
Yep.
number 2 at the top, instructional procedures of the lesson. Okay. So in the second column, it says co-teaching approach, circle 1. So
Where?
like,
Wait. Oh, wait, hold on. Lesson presentation. You said on page 3 out of 9, correct?
Page 3, I think so. Yeah.
On the lesson plan?
It should be on, yeah, co-teaching lesson plan. It's 1, 2's like blank, and then page 3's got writing again. Here, I'll screen share with you so you can see it.
Okay, great. I found it.
You got it?
Yes, I got it. All right, procedure. Lesson for one lesson.
Okay, so what it is, so we need to choose a different type of co-teaching during that time. So you've got yours on teach, one observe during that time. And for an introduction, the best way to do an introduction would be through one teach, one observe, because you can't really both collaborate and actually do an introduction together. You can't like talk. I mean, it's going to have to be one person teaching. So so the next thing we need to talk about is when we go to teach live, we're not going to know which section we're teaching until we get there. So we've got to do all of these. And so like we may just be doing the introduction. So it may just be a one observe scenario, or we may just be doing the modeling. So we just have to prepare and plan to do all of them. And that way we've got it figured out. But because when you do a lesson like this, you don't actually teach, observe the whole thing. You actually collaborate a little more than that. So, but what we talked about in class was that you do one teach, one observe for the introduction because there's really no other way. So with that being said, would you want to do an introduction and a me observe, or do you want me to do it? And then what we decide, then we would write a script. So like it could say like, especially if I was the observer, it would say that I would walk around and help answer questions or something like that.
Right. Yeah. If you want to do the introduction first, that's fine, and then I can do the modeling.
Okay, that's perfect. So and then I'll just write a script, and then we can talk about that. That way I can. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Nope, I don't want a border color. Let me see. Nope, not that. I'm trying to figure out, and it's really hard, and maybe you feel the same way, that with this Google, there we go. I can't figure out.
Are you trying to highlight it?
There you go. Did you highlight it? I'm like, all these things look funky on here.
Wait.
Oh, there's a thing under there. Now I found it. Highlight. Did I do it? Yeah, I did.
Yes.
There you did the same thing I did. I changed the border yellow. Yeah. Can you change the border black? I think I can do it too.
Yeah, I can change the border back.
So since it says circle, we can't obviously circle. So I figure we could just highlight which one we choose to do.
Right.
Okay, so for modeling, do you want to do like alternative teaching where you could be teaching the main point of it, and then if we find out that someone's struggling, we could kind of split off and do alternative, and I could get the ones that are behind and you could take the ones that have mastered the problem. Yes. Does that make sense? Do you want to do that, you think?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that for the modeling. All right.
Bless you.
Bless you. All right.
So we have to meet 3 times through Google Hangout. Is that right?
Yeah, before next Thursday.
Okay.
Next Wednesday.
Okay. So I think during this segment, why don't we figure out what we're going to do for each, like, one teach, one observe, like who's going to do that? And like, you'll be the lead teacher on this.
Okay.
And then I'll be the assistant, in other words, or the co-teacher, but and then we can just plan out all that stuff and kind of take our own little notes and figure out what we want to say in script, and then we can like talk through it together, and then like you write your script and I write my script together during our next session.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like our
Okay.
verbatim of what
Yes.
we'd say, and like that way we can bounce off what we think the kids' responses are going to be. And do you think that's a good idea?
Yep. I like that idea.
Okay. And we can also schedule a meeting time. So guided practice.
So gradual release of learning, targeted specific feedback, multiple opportunities to respond. Let me look at this part.
Actively instruction.
One sec.
No, this should be team teaching.
I don't have any more. You don't need them to go.
Okay, because I went last night and they were like, well, if you don't have your card with you, turn it into your assistant community
Yeah.
manager.
It was because like if I would know you wouldn't be there, I would give you one. If I didn't know, it was just basically like it was my name that's on the back saying that I did give my 5 minutes out.
Oh, okay, I got you.
No problem.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
So
For the gradual one,
well, I just read up on the modeling, and that is supposed to be done with multiple approaches. So maybe that would be better if we team taught, as in like we could be like working together as in explaining what we're doing. And then when it actually comes
Yes.
to the instruction, you could do the instruction for the guided practice.
okay, yeah.
Because the guided practice, it says aligned with an objective and presentation. That was where we get sufficient formative and specific feedback for that. So I think that during the guided practice would be a great way for you to do the alternative one. And that way I could pick up where it seems like they're struggling.
Okay. And I went ahead for like the independent practice.
Yeah.
Since like if we get that part, they're going to be independent.
And that way we can
I went ahead and put team. Yeah,
I think that's a great
I
idea.
like that.
And then do you want to do, for conclusion, do 1 teach, 1 observe as well? And then the other teacher so I opened, then you could close?
Yep,
Cool.
that's cool. I'll highlight it.
And that way we can read through the actual lesson plan without just sitting here and reading in silence, and kind of go over it further and take notes of what we would like to say and what activity we want to do and stuff like that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And so next, when do you have available? You said by next Thursday we need to meet again?
No, by next Wednesday. So
Wednesday? Okay.
Tuesday and Thursdays are great days for me.
Okay. Well, I'm okay to meet on Thursday, this Thursday, the 12th.
Okay,
Would that be enough time, you think?
yeah, I'll probably
Or I can
do
do
some
Tuesday.
tonight. Next Tuesday?
Yeah, we could do either one. Let's do the 17th.
Okay, and so then we're gonna be on the 18th too, because we gotta have 3. So we gotta have
We have
2 dates.
we have to have 3 by then. So let's do the 12th and the 17th.
Okay. And then you want to meet at
The
this
first
time again?
one- Yeah, the first time we did it was just the introduction. So we have 4 total. The first one was introduction and 3 now.
Okay.
Okay, so the 12th at 4:15. Wait.
Yeah.
Nope, I've got class on Thursdays from 3:30 to 4:45. But I can do it after that if that works.
Yep, that works.
Okay, so like 5 o'clock on the 12th.
Okay,
Okay, and then
4:15 on Tuesday? Or do you have class then too?
nope. Let me check. I do have class. We didn't have class today because we had to do a group project thing. So let's do. Yeah, let's do 5 o'clock on the 12th and the 17th.
Okay,
Does that work?
that works.
Do you have at least an hour or so to work on it then?
Yes.
Because that's the other key too. Is
Wait,
we're gonna have to,
let's not do 5 o'clock on the 17th. That's staff time.
Okay.
I have staff every day at 5:30 on Tuesday. Can you do, let's say, 6:30?
I could do 6:30.
Okay.
So 6:30 on the 17th and 5 o'clock on the 12th.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes. Okay. So
All right.
we'll both work on this before Thursday, and we'll get her done.
Sounds good. All right.
Alrighty.
Thank
See you
you.
Thursday.
All right. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.